Hearty welcome to the portals of ANNAMALAI University. Last class we saw about the list of words in English from foreign languages, right. Today we are going to see word formation in English. Forming words by ourselves is something new, right. So, English gives you an enchanting ideas by clipping, compounding, affixing like that, and it gives you all the wonders inside it. Now, we are going to discuss about word formation in English. I am Dr. SHARMILA, Assistant Professor of English, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, ANNAMALAI University. What is word formation? Word formation is a process by which new words are formed by adding on affix or another word or converting one word class to another by removing and adding alphabets. Word formation can denote a state or process too. It can be either diachronically or synchronically. What is diachronical? Diachronical is nothing but different periods in history. So, from different periods in history, we collect words and we form it into a new word. And synchronically is nothing but at one particular period that comes as a change of word. Apart from the process that attach something to the base, that is affixation, okay, and the process that do not alter the base, that is conversion. There are processes involving the deletion of the words too. English Christian names, for example, can be shortcut by deleting parts of base word. This type of word formation is called truncation. With the term clipping also is used. For example, I can say you the name of Christians like Michael called as Mike, and even demonstration said as demo, laboratory said as lab, like that. Sometimes truncation and affixation can occur together as with formation expressing intimacy and smallness, so called diminutives. Example, Amanda is said as Manda, Charles called as Charlie. And when we go to the types of word formation, it is like adding prefix and suffix, so far what we saw, and conversion from one word to one word class to another, that also we saw just now, and there are few more like forming compound words, rhyming compounds, derivation, blending, clipping, acronyms. What is compounding? So, for example, I can give you few word formation that occurs here: practical, impractical as we join as prefix, purpose, purposeful when we join it as a suffix, silent, silence when it comes as a conversion, dining plus room, this is a compound word, right, dining room as compound word, small comes as smaller, and smallest stands for degrees of comparison. So, few words for you for compounding. Or compounding forms a word out of one or more root morphemes. The words are called compounds or compound words. So, we have few rules to be followed while forming words. Rules that are to be followed when forming words or formation of words can be very interesting exercises, but you have to really be very careful when you add inflection or affixes. There are few things you will need to bear in mind when you are forming words. Take a book and take a look for the following points to learn what they are. Point number 1, before making any change to the stem of the word, try to analyze what is the kind of meaning you want the word to convey. So, you have to take the root, that is the stem of the word, and you have to change it according to that, and what role the word will have to play in the sentence. And point 2, the most cases the beginning of the base word remains the same. Normally the base word remains the same. Only when prefixes are added, the words are the words has a syllable and that is called in the beginning of it. Notice that even in this case the words are retained. When the suffixes are added, there are many instances when you have to remove the last one or more stipulating to and have a different meaning. Then you have the moment when the suffix is just added without any change. Now let us see few more words, rules to be followed. Here are one way to usually know when the suffix has to be added to form the particular word class. Most often nouns end in er or ist, ian, ion, ment, ness and it, and verbs end in ise, ate, n, adjectives end in able, pre, ive, ic, ed, ing and all, and adverbials norina n in ly. So when words are formed by conversion, we have to be very careful and make sure now what you are converting them accurately and using them in the sentence properly. So forming word compounds or like combining one part of speech with another to form a specific word class. There are many ways in which the compound words are formed. Verbs are combined with adjectives to form compound words. At present participle is combined with a noun to form a compound noun. Two nouns are combined to form a compound noun. An adjective and a noun is combined to form a compound noun. Adverb is combined with a noun to form a compound noun, and an adjective also is combined with a past participle to form a compound adjective, and so on. Take a look at the following example and go through the article of compound nouns, the compound words and compound adjectives to understand how they work. For example, a native English root are typically free morphemes, so that the native compounds are made up of independent words. For example, milk, man. So milk is different and man is different. These two combine together and they form milkman. Cup, cake. Cup is different and cake is different, but these two combine together to give the meaning cupcake. Some compounds have a preposition and one of the compound word and few have verbs. One of the compound words as in the component is in English or borrowed, Some compounds have preposition or verb. One of the component word as in the compound words in English are borrowed from Latin, Greek morphemes or even, and it is even preserved as the same. For example, photograph. So compounds are written between the elements with a hyphen, between the elements or simple with two roots run together with a separation. Example, e-mail. Sometimes compound words are such as adjective with noun, verb with noun, adjective with noun, I can say hard drive, pickpocket, like that. And sometimes compound nouns have more than two component words also. For example, pickup truck. What is the meaning? This is formed from picker and truck is added. So the truck that which comes and pickups things is known as pickup truck. Like for example, ice cream is a compound word. So for more than two components, I say ice cream cone. It gives you as a special name for the cone that which we stuff with ice cream. Okay. Next, we are going to see rhyming compounds. Rhyming compounds. These words are compounds from the rhyming words. For example, chilla hilla, lovely dowly. These rhyming compounds are not quite compounds in English because the second element is not really a word. It is just a nonsense item added to the root word. higgity, piggity. For example, you can remember those rhymes Humpty, Dumpty, and these compound is rhyming and just it is added in English with child talk, a talk addressed to children. Technically, it is called hypocritism, and then this language has more expectation to make as a tongue twister for the young children, to make them speak flawlessly, to make them speak happily in English. So, it is known as hypocritistic language. Example, bunny, winnie, zigzag, pitter patter. We have heard the rhymes pitter patter, raindrops, right? So, like that, flip flop. Those sounds are rhyming compounds. Then comes derivation. Derivation is a creation of words by modification of roots without the addition of root words. Often it is the effect, it has a change in a part of speech. Then comes blending. Blending is nothing but it is mostly a beloved form of word formation in English. It is especially creative that the speaker take two words and merge them based on morphemes. This structure is not on sound but it is on the structures too. So, for example, gallop. Gallop means it comes from gallop and triumph. So, gallop is a word where the horse gallops and triumph is another word where it is known for victory. But this two is joined together and it gives blended together and it gives a meaning gallop. Like that, mocktail. You know mock. Mock means speaking trivial about someone, right? And the tail comes from cocktail parties. So, cocktail party we know this mock and cocktail party combine together and it gives mocktail. Clipping. Clipping is a type of abbreviation of a word in which one part is clipped off the rest and the remaining word is now having initially the same meaning of the whole. For example, earlier the rifle gun is said to be the rifle that which we use nowadays is said as rifle gun, but nowadays gun is cut short and the entire rifle, the cut shorted word rifle stands for the entire meaning rifle gun. This is clipping. A part of the word is taken and it denotes the whole. Okay. Now, let us come for acronym. Acronym are formed by taking the initial letters of a phrase and making a word out of it. Acronyms were being used more and more by military bureaucrats and soldiers. For example, scuba. What is scuba? S-C-U-B-A. Self-contained underground water to be applied. Then NOW, National Organization of Women. SNAF, S-N-A-F-U, situation normal, all fuck buff, isn't it? Then, for example, I can give you FEAT, F-E-A-T, that can be understood inside ANNAMALAI University because it stands for Faculty of Engineering and Technology. So, this is how acronyms are formed. So, each word's beginning word is taken, initial word is taken and that gives a separate word. Now, let us see few examples for word formation by compounding. So, here I can give you more examples like over, that is an adverb, and plus load, load is a noun. This two joined together, we know the meaning what is over, everything is over, but load is a noun. These two join together and it gives a meaning overload. White is an adjective plus wash is a verb. These two join together and it gives a different thing for whitewash, isn't it? Black is an adjective while board is a noun. These two join together and it gives us a blackboard. Cup is a noun and board is a noun. These two nouns join together and it gives you cupboard. Like that, short is an adjective plus hand is a noun and it gives shorthand. Shorthand means shorthand writing, that which we write faster. Swimming is present participle plus pool is a noun. This two join to this present participle and noun join together and gives a swimming pool. Three is an adjective and legged is a past participle, and this two join together and it gives you three-legged. Break is a verb plus down is a preposition, and this two join together and gives breakdown. Up is a preposition and town is a noun, and this two join together and gives you uptown. Copy is a verb, writer is a noun, and we have a copywriter joined together. So, words form a very great miracles in giving us an enthusiasm when you learn it, right? So, apart from all this process, I encourage you all to learn more words and know the nuances of English and try to master it and coming out in flying colors. Thank you. Thank you once and all.